Boosie, Boosie, bad, bruh. Let's go. Just accepted a plea from the federal government on my gun case. I thought this case was over and I was going to get on with my life, but God don't make mistakes, and I'm tired of fighting. Talked to my family, and this is the right decision. 100. To all my fans across the world, say a prayer for your boy and go get the new album. Some of y'all might want to skip like the next 2-3 minutes because I'm going to walk some people through what it is Boosie's criminal history is as fast as I can. I ain't finna spit it out quickly, but as fast as I can so y'all can understand where I got the numbers from and what I basically applied to it, because he's going to probably get it down to like a level 21. If he's lucky, a level 18. We'll explain what all that means. Beat me up. So how do we get here? All right, so he's felon in possession of a firearm, right? So that's a common federal charge for someone with a prior felony caught with a gun. The base sentence can be 10 years. Then he's looking at the Armed Career Criminal Act, ACCA. If he has 3 or more prior violent felony or serious drug offense convictions, it could trigger the mandatory minimum of 15 years. That's the same thing that EBK J-Bo is facing right now. And that's without parole under the ACCA. So federal sentence guidelines say with his history, the guidelines can range anywhere from 5 to 10 years minimum without enhancements. If enhancements apply, like gang ties, drug trafficking, multiple firearms, it could go higher. We didn't see any of that, even though he was around some people, but that don't really matter because he's not from there. So him doing a feature, it don't matter who the heck he's around. So honestly, when he pleads out, he's probably going to receive like a 2 to 3 level reduction in this offense, which lowers the sentence. Because I can hear people right now, oh, yeah, no, you know, he had priors, bro, so he going to be at this level and this level and everything else and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So we're going to say the Armed Career Criminal Act does not apply. And I think that's what his lawyers basically have. And then, you know, it is what it is as far as that stuff goes. And remember, Boosie was locked up for a little bit. So it just is what it is. What they were originally looking at for Boosie was 5 to 10 years. In the feds. And that's why he was basically saying like, oh, yo, I'm fighting for my life and all of that stuff. So we'll go through Boosie's criminal history real quick. All right. So 2008, he get a gun and drug charges. Those in Louisiana. Charges possession of marijuana, possession of a firearm with a controlled substance. Then he got a 2-year sentence on that. Then got released early. Then 2009, he got multiple drug charges, continued drug-related investigation. Boosie was on probation at the time and faced those violations. Then 2010, anybody from BR, they know about this one. Accused of ordering a hit on Terry Boyd, 35-year-old man shot and killed 2009. Prosecutors claim Boosie hired Marlo Mike, 17 years old at the time. They told him to do it. Then the charges included 5 counts of criminal conspiracy to commit murder, 3 counts of possession with intent to distribute narcotics, 3 counts of conspiracy to commit possession with the intent to distribute, 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the crime of violence. Outcome came in 2012. Murder acquitted. Boosie was found not guilty of first-degree murder, but he was sentenced to 8 years for drug charges after pleading guilty in a separate case involving attempted to smuggle codeine in the prison. Served 5 years, released 2014. Then, what ends up happening, 2023, federal gun charge, and Dago, somebody called Dago, shout out Sharp, arrested by the feds shortly after the San Diego court hearing on a separate state case. Then what ends up happening, y'all see him get basically let go of that, and then the feds turn around and snatched him up. So that's what it is right there. So you already know Boosie going to have 2 or 3 prior felony convictions for drug-related charges, prior firearm-related charges, even if resolved in the state court, and then a long probation parole violation history. So that's what could get him the enhanced federal sentence in the Armed Career Criminal Act. But I'm not seeing it, bro. But let's go ahead and get right back to it because I think I know what happened. And if I'm right, goddamn, y'all gonna be like, hell nah, Seti Nash. That's crazy. So here's what's gonna end up happening in my opinion, based off of what I read, what I know, and what I've seen, right? 51 months. Damn, Nash, over 4 years. Yeah. 51 months. But here's what's gonna happen. The residential drug abuse program, the RDAP, that's gonna automatically knock off a year. Then good behavior and all that crap gonna knock off 15%. So that'll knock him down to like 2.5, 3 years. But here's what I think he's ultimately gonna get. I think he's gonna get probably about a year and 9 months. Yeah. Y'all like, what? Nah, Nash. Because he's going to be sitting at, if they're able to argue it, they put him at a level 21. That's what to do that. And if they get him to a level 18, oh, them the best lawyers in the business. Them the best lawyers in the business. Then you're looking at essentially really a year and a half. If they knock him down to 18, man, look, because they're not, how I see it is this, right? They're not going to give him any enhancements and all that stuff because they really couldn't pin the gun on him. Now, Boosie did do something that I think some people will look at it as wrong, or if you're smart, you know what it is. Some people got mad at Boosie because he said, man, you said that you whatever with the gun, and y'all was like, oh, that's snitching, that's telling and all that. But let's be fair. If I know that they coming after me and bruh, we already have an agreement, I could say whatever. If I have a security guard and basically we get caught with a strap and they constantly trying to blame it on me, I'm already knowing, bruh. First off, that's the security guard's gun. That's not mine. That's what the security guard is paid for. So all you say is that's the security guard's gun. That's not telling, that's not snitching, that's not anything. Now, some of y'all will get mad at Boosie and be like, he shouldn't have said nothing. He shouldn't have said nothing. If you're in a day and age where you think not saying anything to the police is what you're supposed to do, and if you say anything to the police, you in the wrong, then I can't convince you. I just can't. But do I think that Boosie is going to make it out of this and be all right? I don't know. The best thing is that he's going to the feds. He ain't going to state. Like, that's the best thing. Because whatever happens to him in there, they're going to be able to basically be held accountable, and then they'll try to work out some type of deal or whatever BS. And some of y'all gonna feel like, man, what if Donald Trump gave Boosie a pardon? I don't know. I don't see that one happening. It could. Boosie and Wayne is cool, so we'll see. But in all candor, man, it just kind of sucks that people don't get it, right? The evidence is clear. Whoever that was from that hood that took that picture off of there, I hope he was severely beaten, because at least they manned up. One of their older homies over there, a big homie, I don't know who he is. I don't really pay attention to nothing over there anyways. But at least they wouldn't have bailed him out. I mean, had that person not pulled that camera out and filmed all of this, none of that wouldn't have happened. So there goes that. But also at the same time, they try to rectify the situation. So it is what it is. But ultimately, it falls on Boosie. It don't fall on the cats that was over there. It don't fall on nobody but Boosie. There was no reason for you to ever be in a place where you felt that uncomfortable that you had to put the fire in your back pocket. And y'all probably gonna call me the feds for that. Oh, 30 years, you're the feds, bro. I wasn't there. I didn't produce the paperwork, and the plea deal's already done. So ain't nothing I can say on here that can even have any type of impact on nothing. But I get how small-minded people think. Y'all still think, City Nash, you said young Dolph had $100,000 bounty on his head and blah, blah, blah. You think Dolph didn't know that? All right. All right. You think he didn't make a song about that? Yeah, all right. Probably want to go listen to 100 Shots again. But it is what it is on that part. But it is what it is, bro. If you're not operating smarter, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if you're not maneuvering how you're supposed to maneuver, you're bound to crash. And that's exactly what Boosie did. Boosie can be mad. He can be pissed off. He can make whatever stories he want to make. He can say whatever, and everything. And they can sound all sad and all this crap and everything like that and blah, blah, blah. But it falls on him. You should never be in a place where you feel like, me as an illegal person to hold a firearm, I need to do this. Doesn't make any damn sense. So for Boosie, I'm going to be fair. What he's done and what he's doing, how he was operating, was stupid. And you can kind of call this from a mile away. Some of y'all like, nah, man, don't say that. Man, listen. When you in people's trenches and you feel like you got to be gangster and you got to be out there with a gun, you don't need to be there. You don't. I don't care what he say. I don't care where he at. I don't care what mindset y'all have. What's the point of hiring a freaking bodyguard? If you was really that out of touch with yourself and you felt like these cats could do something, you hire more guards. 4 will work. One at your 12, one at your 6, one at your 3, one at your 9. This is what it is. And they'll be ready for anything. And them cats is going to feel more empowered to do other things because they know it's security guards here and the ops ain't going to bend the block. That's what I would think, at least. That's how me and mine believe it. So it all falls on Boosie, man, unfortunately. Hopefully, man, he comes out stronger, man, better, man. But he absolutely could perish in there due to how his diabetic condition, bro. Let's just be fair. This nigga's in his 40s. I'm pretty sure he ain't working out. We done seen him eating horrible. And some of y'all, oh man, City Nash, bro, you can't be saying it. You big as hell too. Yep, just left the gym now. Working on it. In great health. I'm not making fun of him either. That's really nothing to make fun of at all. But I'm just saying, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out Boosie, man. Free Boosie all over again. Sure to keep your people aware, subscribe, turn the bell to notify. Nah, catch you on the next one.